Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. When you're sitting in a quiet room, no one around, no distractions, how do you feel? Peaceful? Restless? See, the ability to be happy alone isn't about shutting the world out, it's about opening yourself up to you. Embracing yourself is one of the most transformative acts you can undertake in life. It's about accepting every part of who you are, your strengths, your flaws, your quirks, and your complexities. True happiness doesn't come from perfection, external validation, or fitting into societal expectations. It comes from within, from the quiet confidence that grows when you understand and accept yourself for who you truly are. To embrace yourself is to acknowledge that you are a work in progress, and that's perfectly okay. Life isn't about reaching a destination where everything is perfect. It's about the journey of becoming, learning, and evolving. Along the way, you'll make mistakes, stumble, and even fall. But those moments don't define your worth. They're opportunities to grow, to learn, and to become stronger. Accepting your flaws doesn't mean settling for mediocrity. It means understanding that imperfection is part of being human. It's realizing that you don't need to be flawless to be worthy of love, respect, and happiness. Learning to love your strengths is equally important. Too often, we downplay our talents or diminish our achievements to avoid standing out or making others uncomfortable. But your strengths are a vital part of who you are. They're gifts you bring to the world, and they deserve to be celebrated. Recognize what you're good at, what lights you up, and what makes you unique. Give yourself permission to take pride in those qualities without guilt or hesitation. Embracing your strengths isn't arrogance, it's self-respect. This journey requires self-awareness. Take time to reflect on who you are. Ask yourself what you truly value, what excites you, and what you want from life. Understand the patterns of your thoughts and behaviors, and be honest about where you shine and where you struggle. Self-awareness isn't about judgment, it's about clarity. When you know yourself deeply, you're better equipped to accept yourself fully. Embracing yourself also involves shedding the weight of comparison. In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of measuring yourself against others. Social media, with its carefully curated highlight reels, can make it seem like everyone else is more successful, attractive, or happy. But those comparisons are illusions. Your journey is yours alone, and it's incomparable to anyone else's. When you let go of the need to measure up, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters: your growth, your joy, and your authenticity. Self-acceptance is also about compassion. Treat yourself with the kindness you would offer a dear friend. Be patient with your progress and forgive yourself for your missteps. Life is hard enough without being your own harshest critic. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small, and remind yourself that you are worthy, not because of what you've done, but simply because you exist. When you embrace yourself, you cultivate an unshakable foundation of happiness. You stop seeking external approval and start living from a place of authenticity. This inner acceptance radiates outward, influencing how you connect with others and how you navigate life's challenges. Embracing yourself isn't just an act of self-love, it's an act of empowerment. It's the first step toward living a life that's deeply fulfilling and truly your own. Pursuing your passions is one of the most rewarding ways to spend your alone time. It's an opportunity to connect with the things that truly ignite your spirit, to explore what brings you joy and fulfillment without distractions or external influences. Alone time, far from being empty or lonely, is a canvas waiting for you to paint it with the colors of your interests, dreams, and aspirations. When you have time to yourself, it's a gifted chance to dive deeply into the activities that make you feel alive, whether it's writing, painting, gardening, cooking, playing an instrument, or anything else that sparks excitement. These moments of focus can bring unparalleled joy and satisfaction. Passion isn't something you chase in the hopes of approval from others. It's something you cultivate because it feeds your soul. The beauty of pursuing your passions while alone is that you're free from judgment or comparison. You can be entirely yourself, fully immersed in the moment, creating, exploring, and growing. Alone time allows you to explore without limits. When there are no demands from others, no social obligations pulling at your attention, you can experiment with new ideas or revisit forgotten interests. Maybe you've always wanted to try photography, learn a new language, or practice yoga. Perhaps there's a novel waiting to be written, a skill waiting to be mastered, or a hobby you've been putting off. This time is yours to nurture those interests and discover new ones. Often, in the process of exploring, you'll uncover passions you didn't even know you had. Engaging with your passions is not just about the activity itself, it's about the way it makes you feel. It's about the flow, the state of being so fully absorbed in what you're doing that time seems to disappear. This is where true happiness lies, in those moments of deep focus and fulfillment. Alone time gives you the space to experience that without interruption. There's no need to meet anyone's expectations or prove yourself. It's just you, your passion, and the joy of the journey. Pursuing your passions also builds a deeper relationship with yourself. You learn what excites you, what challenges you, and what inspires you to grow. This self-discovery is invaluable. It creates a sense of purpose and direction, even during times when life feels uncertain or overwhelming. Passions anchor you. They give you something to look forward to, something to pour your energy into. They remind you of who you are at your core. Passion has the power to transform your alone time into something extraordinary. It turns solitude into opportunity, quiet moments into creative breakthroughs, and free time into a source of profound happiness. The more you invest in what you love, the more fulfilled you become. You'll find that your passions not only enrich your time alone, but also bring greater energy and joy into every other aspect of your life. Alone time isn't empty. It's the space where passions flourish and where you truly come alive. Practicing gratitude is a powerful way to shift your perspective and find happiness. Even in solitude, it's about focusing on what you have rather than fixating on what you lack. Gratitude allows you to see the beauty in the small things, to find joy in the everyday, and to appreciate the present moment. It has the remarkable ability to transform solitude from a state of loneliness into a state of contentment and peace. Gratitude begins with a choice, a decision to look for the good in your life. It's easy to get caught up in the things you wish were different, the goals you haven't achieved, or the relationships you don't have. But when you pause and reflect on what you already have, you start to see how rich your life truly is. Even in the quietest moments of solitude, there are countless things to be grateful for: the warmth of the sun on your skin, the comfort of a good book, the sound of your favorite music, or the ability to sit in stillness and simply breathe. When you practice gratitude, you reframe your mindset. Instead of seeing solitude as emptiness, you begin to see it as a space for reflection and appreciation. It becomes an opportunity to notice the things you might otherwise overlook. Gratitude isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending life is perfect. It's about acknowledging the good that exists alongside the struggles. It's about recognizing that even on difficult days, there is something to be thankful for. Gratitude also strengthens your relationship with yourself. In moments of solitude, you have the chance to turn inward and reflect on the journey you've taken. Think about the obstacles you've overcome, the lessons you've learned, and the growth you've experienced. Be thankful for your resilience, your determination, and your capacity to keep moving forward. When you take the time to appreciate yourself, you build a foundation of self-worth and confidence that isn't dependent on anyone else. One of the simplest ways to practice gratitude is by keeping a gratitude journal. At the end of each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be grand or extraordinary. Often it's the small things that matter most. Over time, this habit trains your mind to focus on the positive, even when life feels challenging. Gratitude becomes a lens through which you view the world, a lens that brings clarity, warmth, and peace. The beauty of gratitude is that it doesn't require external validation. It's a deeply personal practice that connects you to the present moment. When you're grateful, you realize that happiness isn't something you need to chase. It's already within you, waiting to be uncovered. Solitude becomes a gift, a time to reflect, appreciate, and grow. Gratitude transforms what you have into enough, and it reminds you that contentment isn't found in having more, it's found in appreciating what's already there. Building inner peace is a journey of self-discovery and growth that allows you to find calm and balance in the midst of life's chaos. It begins with mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment, and extends to cultivating a sense of spiritual alignment, whether that comes from faith, a connection to nature, or simply an understanding of yourself. Inner peace is not something you stumble upon by accident, it's a state you create with intention and care. Mindfulness is the foundation of inner peace. It's about slowing down, quieting the noise of your mind, and paying attention to what is happening right now. So often we live in the past, replaying mistakes and regrets, or in the future, worrying about what's to come. But peace exists only in the present moment. Practicing mindfulness can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths, focusing on the sensations in your body, or noticing the sights and sounds around you. Over time, these small acts of awareness can help you detach from distractions and center yourself in the here and now. Developing inner peace also involves letting go of things you cannot control. Life is unpredictable, and trying to micromanage every detail only leads to stress and frustration. Instead, focus on what you can control: your reactions, your choices, and your mindset. Accepting that uncertainty is a natural part of life frees you from the burden of trying to fix everything. This acceptance doesn't mean you're indifferent, it means you're choosing not to let external chaos disturb your internal calm. Spiritual balance plays a significant role in building inner peace. For some, this may come from prayer, meditation, or connecting with a higher power. For others, it's about finding meaning in life through personal values, a sense of purpose, or a deep connection with the world around them. Spirituality isn't confined to religion, it's about understanding what grounds you and gives your life depth. When you tap into this source of strength, you create a steady foundation that helps you stay centered, even when life feels uncertain. Inner peace also requires compassion toward others, and perhaps most importantly, toward yourself. Too often, we are our own harshest critics, replaying our mistakes and failures on a loop. To build peace within, you must learn to forgive yourself, to embrace your imperfections, and to approach yourself with kindness. When you stop fighting who you are and start accepting yourself, you create space for peace to flourish. This process takes time, but every step you take brings you closer to a calm, centered self. Whether through meditation, journaling, spending time in nature, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts, each moment you dedicate to inner peace is an investment in your well-being. It's a reminder that peace doesn't come from the absence of problems, but from the presence of balance. When you cultivate inner peace, you carry it with you wherever you go, a steady light in a world that can often feel overwhelming. Setting personal goals is a powerful way to give your life direction, purpose, and excitement. Goals act as a roadmap, helping you navigate your journey with clarity and focus. They challenge you to grow, inspire you to push past your limits, and provide a sense of accomplishment when achieved. Without goals, life can feel aimless, but when you set your sights on something meaningful, every step you take becomes part of a bigger picture. The first step in setting personal goals is understanding what truly matters to you. It's not about chasing what others think you should achieve or pursuing societal expectations. Your goals should align with your passions, values, and dreams. Take time to reflect on what excites you, what challenges you, and what kind of person you want to become. When your goals come from within, they carry a deeper sense of purpose and are far more motivating. Clarity is essential when charting your path forward. Vague aspirations like "I want to be successful" or "I want to be happy" are hard to act on. Instead, define your goals with precision. If you want to improve your health, set specific targets like running a certain distance, adopting a new diet, or committing to regular workouts. If you dream of advancing your career, identify the skills you need to develop, the roles you aspire to, or the projects you want to complete. Clear goals give you a sense of direction and make it easier to track your progress. Once your goals are set, break them into smaller, manageable steps. Big ambitions can feel overwhelming, but when you divide them into achievable milestones, they become much more attainable. Celebrate each step forward, no matter how small it may seem. Every action brings you closer to your ultimate destination, and recognizing these victories keeps you motivated and builds momentum. Setting personal goals also requires a willingness to challenge yourself. The most fulfilling goals are those that stretch you, forcing you to step out of your comfort zone and confront your fears. Growth happens when you push through discomfort and prove to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. This doesn't mean setting impossible standards or striving for perfection. It means daring to dream big and being resilient in the face of setbacks. Equally important is maintaining flexibility. Life is unpredictable and circumstances can change. Goals should guide you, not box you in. If you encounter obstacles or realize that your priorities have shifted, allow yourself the grace to adjust. Changing course isn't a sign of failure, it's a sign of growth and adaptability. Finally, remember that personal goals are deeply personal. They don't need to impress others or conform to anyone else's idea of success. Whether it's learning a new skill, building better habits, or pursuing a lifelong passion, your goals should reflect who you are and what you want out of life. When your ambitions excite and challenge you, they not only lead to achievements, but also create a journey filled with purpose and joy. Celebrating independence is about recognizing and embracing your ability to stand strong on your own, free from the need for constant approval or validation from others. It's a journey of self-discovery and empowerment that allows you to find fulfillment within yourself. True independence doesn't mean shutting people out or rejecting connections. It means understanding that your worth, happiness, and sense of purpose come from within, not from the opinions or expectations of others. To celebrate independence, you must first recognize your own strength. Life will always present challenges, and there will be times when you must face them alone. It's in those moments that you discover your resilience and your ability. In the end, the journey to being happy alone is a profound and transformative one. It's not about shutting yourself away from the world or avoiding connections with others. Instead, it's about cultivating a deep sense of self-awareness, self-reliance, and inner fulfillment. It's about building a life where your happiness isn't dependent on external circumstances, but flows from within, rooted in who you are and what you choose to nurture in your time alone. When you embrace yourself, both your strengths and your flaws, you unlock the power of self-acceptance. You realize that you are enough just as you are, and that your value is not determined by anyone else's approval. This acceptance lays the foundation for true happiness, allowing you to stand tall and live authentically. Pursuing your passions transforms solitude into a vibrant and creative experience. It's in these moments of quiet focus that you discover the things that truly excite and fulfill you. Alone time becomes a playground for your imagination and a space for growth, where you can immerse yourself in the activities that bring you joy and help you connect with your true self. Practicing gratitude shifts your perspective, teaching you to focus on what you have rather than what you lack. It's a reminder that happiness isn't found in chasing more, but in appreciating the beauty of what already exists in your life. Gratitude has the power to turn even the simplest moments of solitude into sources of peace and contentment. Building inner peace is perhaps the most profound step of all. By developing mindfulness and spiritual balance, you create a calm, centered self that remains steady no matter what life throws your way. Inner peace isn't about escaping the noise of the world, it's about finding stillness within yourself so that you can navigate life's challenges with clarity and grace. Setting personal goals gives you a sense of purpose and direction. It's a way to honor your ambitions and challenge yourself to grow. When you chart your own path, driven by goals that excite and inspire you, you create a life that feels meaningful and rewarding even when you're on your own. Finally, celebrating independence is about recognizing the strength that comes from within. It's appreciating your ability to stand on your own, make your own decisions, and thrive without relying on external validation. Independence doesn't mean isolation, it means freedom, the freedom to live authentically, unapologetically, and on your own terms. Together, these practices create a foundation for a life that is rich, fulfilling, and deeply connected to who you are. They remind you that happiness isn't something you need to find in others or in the outside world. It's something you cultivate within yourself through self-love, passion, gratitude, peace, ambition, and independence. So as you walk this path, remember that being happy alone isn't the end goal. It's the beginning of a deeper relationship with yourself. When you learn to cherish your own company, you carry that happiness into every corner of your life, shining brightly for yourself and for those you choose to share your light with. So let me leave you with this: happiness isn't found in a crowd. It isn't handed to you by someone else. It's built brick by brick inside your own heart. Love yourself. Invest in yourself. And when you do, you'll find that being alone isn't the end of something, it's the beginning of everything. Now, go out there and live boldly, because the happiest people aren't afraid to stand alone. They own it. Thank you.